Hello, my name is Monica Gold, and I'm here to bring you a 60-minute beginner Pilates class. What I'd like for you to have, and hopefully every household has this, is just a small-ish hand towel, a little wider than your shoulders. That's all you need for today's class. And so pause, get that, and then come back, and let's get going. We will start standing today. So we'll start out with your feet in a comfortable, somewhat parallel position. And close your eyes. And what I will be focusing on today is the back body. So just visualize the bottoms of your feet, and there is a connective tissue line that begins right behind your toes, along the bottom of your feet, over your heels, up the backs of your legs, and then crisscrosses right above your sacrum, and then comes up the back, combines at the neck, goes up the neck, and then comes up and over and stops right before your eyebrows. And all that is one connected line of tissue. And what that means is if something happens at the bottom of your foot, it affects your neck and vice versa. So we're going to work that line today. And with that, have your eyes closed and just feel your posture. See if you can lift the bottoms of your feet. And then contract your thigh muscles a little bit. And as all our muscle groups kind of go in pairs, as you contract the front of your leg, just shorten it a little bit and engage around your knee, and the backs of your legs will engage as well. Maybe less noticeably so. And see if you can lift the pelvic floor muscle up, like you're zipping an internal jeans zipper up. And then move your ribs up and away from your hips. And just feel this. Have your eyes closed and really sense all of this. And as you lift your ribs away from your hips, visualize an internal belt, and just to tighten that internal belt one notch, just a tiny bit more engagement than just hanging out. And then just to get things loosened up a little bit, take your shoulders up to your ears, behind your ears and down, a couple more up, back and down, and one more up, back and down. And then once you have your shoulders in sort of a neutral position, check in with your head position. We have a tendency to stick our head forward, so just kind of nod it back and forward a little bit, and kind of find the middle. That might be a little bit further back than you started out with. And then leave all of that, and we are going to just roll from side to side on our feet. So you're going to roll both feet to the outer edge, and then both feet to the inner edge, and to the outer edge, and to the inner edge. Outer edge, inner edge. Outer edge, inner edge. Make that movement as big as you can. And still having eyes closed if possible, sense how that moves up your leg. So just moving your feet affects your knees, your hips, your pelvis. Yeah? And then make this movement progressively smaller. Still going side to side, but not as far. And then eventually just stop in the middle. Again, see if you can lift the arches of your feet, creating some space right there in the soft part of the bottom of your foot. And lift your toes. Spread them wide. On your exhale, pull them under like you're trying to grab your mat with your feet. And again, inhale, spread your toes wide. Exhale, pull them under. Inhale, spread your toes. Exhale, pull them under. Inhale, spread them wide. exhale, pull them under. Inhale, spread them wide. Exhale, pull them under. One more. Inhale, spread your toes wide, wiggle them around. Keep them up. Just dip your big toes down and lift them up. And then dip your pinky toes down and lift them up. Again, big toes only, lift, pinky toes only, and lift. Now try any of the 3 toes in the middle, and notice that that is really difficult. Just relax your toes here. So our big toe has its own personal tendon, and our pinky toe has its own personal tendon. The 3 toes in the middle start out each having their own individual tendon, and then that bunches up on the foot, and they become sort of one tendon. And this is why your brain has a really difficult time distinguishing between the 3 toes in the middle, and we tend to move them in one little set of toes. All right, and then start bending your knees and straighten them out. Keep your eyes closed and just kind of really feel where your kneecaps are pointing. So perhaps visualize your knees being flashlights and the light beam is pointing straight forward. Now, where would the light beam be pointing on your right knee? Straight forward, slightly to the right, or slightly across the midline? Keep bending your knees and straightening them out. Left leg, would that be pointing straight forward, slightly outward, or inward? So nobody is symmetric. I've yet to find a symmetric human being, and it's okay if they're not pointing straight forward. Especially if you think that maybe you had your feet slightly turned out too. Yeah, that's our baseline, and just make it something that you'd be comfortable standing in instead of forcing yourself to place your feet in a position sort of directed by others. And keep bending your knees. Next thing to pay attention to, what's going on with your hips when you bend your knees. Are your shoulders coming way forward or just a little bit forward? And just pay attention to it. 5 more here. 2 more. Then straighten out your legs. Place your hands on your hips, so index fingers will be in front, thumbs in back. If you can, please keep your eyes closed, keep your knees a little soft. Keep lifting the arches of your feet. Inhale here, and then on your exhale, tip your hips forward. Your thumbs will be higher than your index fingers. Inhaling back to neutral, and exhale, tip your hips back. Your index fingers will be higher than your thumbs. Inhale to neutral, exhale, tipping it forward. Inhaling to neutral, exhale, tipping it back. Inhaling neutral, exhale, tip it forward. Inhale neutral, exhale, tip it back. And 2 more. Inhale neutral, exhale, tipping hips forward. Thumbs are higher than index fingers. This is called anterior pelvic tilt. Back to neutral, tip your hips back. This is a posterior pelvic tilt. Last set. Inhale here, exhale, tip it forward. Inhale to neutral and exhale, tip it back. We will do these again later when we're lying on back. It's a very important movement to have in our movement repertoire. It transcends just about everything we do, and it therefore also transcends every single exercise modality out there. You will not find a sport where you're not doing a few of these every day. All right, so hands come to the sides of our rib cage. Relax your shoulders. Broaden your collarbones a little bit, and if your rib cage is too high for your hands, place them just lower, maybe at your waist. But we want to feel our breath. So inhale, fill your lungs with air, and witness your rib cage expanding, front, side, and back. And exhale all the air out, and give it a double exhale. So when you think the air is all out, exhale a little more. Notice that engages your core. 4 more. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Three more. Inhaling. exhaling. Two more, inhaling. Exhaling. Last one, inhaling. Exhaling. And release your arms by your side. And open your eyes. All right, so next thing we are going to do here is something called footwork. We're going to come all the way up onto the top of our toes and then all the way down. I'm going to do 20 of these. So all the way up, all the way down. Up and down. Up and down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And then find an external rotation. So if you look down at your feet, it's sort of a roughly 90-degree angle. Don't get too scientific about it. It has to be comfortable. And then same thing, we're going to come up and down. And pay attention to where you're putting weight in your foot. You want to have the weight in the ball mount of your big toes, not so much in the pinky toes. So the strong part of your forefoot is your big toe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Come back to a sort of parallel position, but again, make it yours, not scientifically parallel. And then we're going to come all the way up and all the way down. And all the way up and stay up. Here we go, little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Set it down and then externally rotate. And same thing, up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And set it down. Shake it out a little bit. I'm going to do a standing warm-up. I'm going to face sideways for this. If you have light weights, use them. 2 cans of beans would be good too. Otherwise, don't worry about it. An arm weighs somewhere between 8 and 10 pounds. So back to bending our knees. This time have your eyes open and focus on something. You're going to bend your knees. Open your arms wide. Inhale, reaching tall. Shift your weight into your left leg and take your right leg back. Bring your right knee forward. Set it down, open wide. Inhaling tall and take your left leg back. So find a focal point for balance. Knee forward, set it down, open up. Inhaling tall, take your right leg forward. You can keep your knee bent. And if you can straighten it without leaning backwards, then great. Bend your knee, set it down. Open up, inhaling tall, left leg forward. Bend your knee, set it down, open wide, inhaling tall. Take your right leg to the side. Bring your knee forward, set it down, open up, inhaling tall. Take your left leg to the side. Bring your knee forward, set it down, open wide, inhaling tall. Take your arms down the sides and forward and up, and then right leg back. Arms up, set it down, take it forward and up, and left leg back. Arms out, set it down, take it forward and up, right leg forward. Arms out, set it down and forward and up, left leg forward. Arms out, set it down, take it forward and up, right leg to the side. Arms out, set it down, take it forward and up, left leg to the side. Arms out, set it down, take it forward and up, Arms down, and if you grab some weights, set them down as well. All right, next thing we're gonna do is just a little bit of a balancing exercise. So you're gonna take your weight into your left leg, and your right leg is just gonna make a half circle behind and forward, and see how that's working out. Behind and forward, tap in front, tap it back, and if you need to, tap in the side, forward and back, forward and back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set that down, shake it out. Other side, shifting weight into our right leg, and make your left leg light. You're going to start in front, go to the back, tap, front, tap, back, tap, front, tap. For 8, tap, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And set it down, let it go, shake it out. Okay, we're gonna build on this, one more standing thing. Start straight, take your right arm up, and bring your left knee forward. Try to level your hips here, let your left arm relax, and it just kind of follows your left leg. Take an inhale here, maybe straighten your leg, but bend knee is always easier for all the exercises. And then just tip it forward, find a focal point, and maybe straighten your left leg out behind you. And then come back up, and straighten it out, or not. Bring it back, tip it. Bring it forward. And 3 more. And up. 2 more. And up. And last one. And up. And set it down. And shake it out. Alright, same fun, other side. Shift your weight into your left leg, have your right leg in front of you, left arm is up. So this gives us a little bit of counterbalance, makes it a little easier. Take an inhale here, exhale tip, and you can go low, you don't have to go high. Yeah, and bring it forward. Woo! See, actually low is harder for me. And tip it. And bring it up. 3 more, tip it, find a focal point, and bring it up. Tip it. And bring it forward. Last one, tip it. And bring it up. Set it down, let it go. Alright, we are going to come into a plank, but it's not going to be super tough. Have your feet hip width distance apart. I'm going to do a little bit of release first. Nod your chin, slowly roll through your spine.
And once you get down there, just sway a little bit from side to side, holding on to opposite elbows. And then bring your hands to the right of your right foot. And if you don't make it all the way to the floor, just have them somewhere by your calf. And your knees are bent. Keep your right knee bent, that's the one you're looking at. You're going to straighten out your left knee, the one that's sort of not directly in front of your face. And then check in. How is it feeling in your hip, the back of your leg, calf? Can you leave weight in the ball mount of your left big toe, or is your foot trying to roll to the outer edge? And then re-bend. Stay where you are, you just straighten your right knee instead. And check this one out. How's it feeling in the back of your leg, across your hip, your calf? Is your foot still firmly planted or is it trying to roll to the outer edge? Rebend that. Walk your hands to the left of your left foot. And again, if your hands don't make it all the way down, this is a perfectly fine way to go about it. Now I'm going to show the easier version. So left knee stays bent, you're looking at it, you're going to straighten your right knee. Check in. This is a brain connection to the back of your to your right leg, the bottom of your foot, and your hip. And then rebend and straighten your left knee. Check in with the back of your left leg, your foot, can you keep weight in the center of your foot? And rebend your left knee, bring your hands in front of you, and walk it out. Hold it here, take another inhale, and then on your exhale, just walk it back. And roll it up. Shoulders down. We'll do this 2 more times, inhaling here, exhale on your chin, rolling it down, and walking it out. Hold, broaden into your collarbones, the front of your shoulders, and then broaden into the backs of your shoulders. And then slowly walk it back in. Rolling it up. Stand tall at the top. Last one. Rolling it down. And walking it out. Hold for 3 breaths. 2 and 1. And then just bring your knees down and work your way onto all 4s. Take an inhale, extend your spine, and then exhale, round it away from the floor. Inhale, drop your ribs towards the floor and look forward. And exhale, move your ribs away from the floor and look towards your knees or thighs or pelvis. 1 more of those. And then we're going to do some work. You're going to take your right leg back. Keep your big toe on the floor, and then perhaps lift your right leg. So you can keep your toe down or lift it up. Get nice and long into the back of your leg, straighten into your heel, and then perhaps take your left arm forward, and we're going to move this a little bit. So if you have your left hand down and your foot down, you're just going to tap to the side and back to the center. If you have them lifted, you're going to reach your arm left and your leg right, and then bring it back to center. And they go out to the side and back to center. Out to the side and back to center. Out to the side, back to center. Last one, out to the side and back to center. And then set your hand down and set your leg down. So you don't have to lift your leg, you don't have to lift your arm, it's an option. Take your left leg back and really activate into that leg. So it's as straight as you can make it. And visualize that you have something sitting across your sacrum, which is where your hips connect to your spine, this little part right here. And you're trying to not drop it. Then take your right arm forward, you can leave it down. Yeah? So easier version, you're just going to take leg out, arm out, back to center. And my goal is to keep that thing on my sacrum as still as possible. You can visualize something, you don't have to have something there. I'm just demonstrating that. 3, 2, and 1. Good, set your hand down, set your knee down. All right. We are going to take a quick child pose, and that is in Pilates often called shell stretch. So you can just slide back and give your hands a little break. And then come back up, and we're going to add on. Take your right leg back.
and lift it off the floor, this time for good. You can do little circles here. I'm going to actually make them squares, but in the long run it's going to come out to be all the way around. So you're going to take your right leg a little bit further right, and then you're going to take it up a few inches. You're going to take it in across your starting position a little bit, down to the height that you started out at, and then back to the starting position. You're going to go out, up, across, down, and starting position. Out, up, across, down, starting position. Out, up, across, down, starting position. 2 more. Out, up, across, down, starting position. 1 more. Out, up, across, down, starting position. We're going to reverse this. In, up, out, down, starting position. In, up, out, down, starting position. 4. And remember, you visualize something across your sacrum there, the lowest part where your hips are, yeah? And make sure you're not lifting your right leg to a place where you're going to drop that thing left. 2 more. 1. Set your knee down. Take your knees a little wider than your hips and just slide it back and take a break. And slowly come back onto all fours. Line up your ankles with your knees. And just do a little bit of a cat-cow movement here. And then find a neutral spine. Visualize something across your sacrum there. Slide your left leg back and lift it up. Okay. For some people it's easier to have their hands slightly externally rotated here. See if that feels better. If you feel like being on your wrist is tough. Make sure your left big toe is facing down and not left. And then here go the little squares. Out, up, across, down, starting position. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then in, up, out, down, starting position. 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 2 more. In, up, out, down, starting position. In, up, out, down, starting position. And set your knee down. Take your knees a little wider than your hips and slide it back and give it a break. And then bring it forward and come onto your forearms. And step your feet back and perhaps bring your knees down. Look forward, lengthen your spine. And lift your right leg. Little kicks. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Set it down. Left leg, slide it back, lift it up. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Set it down. Come all the way down onto your belly. Take your arms by your side and take a break. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Come into a little back extension, and from here, sit back. And then come on up as
ahead and sit down and just swing your legs around.
We're gonna get on our backs.
Roll on down. Grab your towel.
And have it in your hands. I'm starting out with our arms somewhere near our ears, but higher up might be easier if you feel like you're arching your back to get your arms closer to the floor. So kind of find a place where you're not tipping up your ribs to get your arms lower, okay? So it's going to be pretty straightforward, inhaling here, and exhale, curl up until the towel touches your thighs, and then take it back down. Exhale to curl up, inhale to come 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 down. We're going to add on, and your option is to use the towel. If you want more support, you're going to bring your hands behind your head lightly. Yeah, so that's your other option. But it's going to be an inhale, prepare, and then on your exhale, curl up and slide your right leg out to straight and hover it. And then inhale, set your foot down and bring your chest back. Okay. Exhale. Curl up, extend your leg, and inhale back to starting position. The towel is just a little more challenging. Exhale up. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. Pay attention to your hips. You want to keep them level with each other. So let's say you have a cup of tea sitting on your belly, it would not spill. Four more each side. Three more each side. Two more each side. One more each side. And release that. Windshield wipe your legs from side to side. The next time your legs are going to be right, just leave them there. Just give yourself a little break. Maybe walk your left foot further left and give it a little break. And then walk your left foot back to the mat. Windshield wipe your legs from side to side. And then next time your legs are left, leave them left. Maybe walk your right foot a little bit further right. And then bring it back in. Hug your knees in. Do little circles with your sacrum. And then rock and roll yourself up. And we're going to get on our knees. If you have a carpet, you're probably fine without a blanket. I have a wood floor, and so I'm going to use a blanket here. I'm going to do 100 breaths, but we're going to do them kneeling today. So the first thing I want you to find is, instead of tipping your hips forward like this, to kind of bring them back. So this is one straight line. Yeah. You're going to keep that. So catch yourself if you start dipping and be here. And then We're gonna bring our arms by our sides and we're basically just pumping it back with the breath here. You ready? Take an inhale here and 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. All right, so we're gonna stay on these. I'm gonna add a little bit of something. Make sure your feet are in line with your knees and they're not together. And then take your arms forward, take an inhale here, drop your hips back and just lean back. And then draw your right elbow back, look towards your right arm, bring it forward. Stay back, take your left elbow back. Take it forward and come on up. Inhale here, exhaling back. Take it right. Take it forward, take it left. Take it forward and come on up. And a couple more, roll it back, take it right. Forward, take it left. Forward and come on up. Lean back, take it right. Remember your hips are not tipping forward, they're coming back with the rest of your body. And take it left. And come on up. Last set. Take it back, take it right. Take it left. Bring it forward and come on up. Good. You're gonna take your hands down and just do a couple of movements through your spine to let that go. All right, back to working on all fours. You're going to take your right leg back, lift your right leg. You're going to take an inhale here, and then on your exhale, bring your right knee towards your right arm, and then inhale, reach it back and open it to the side. Set it down, inhale, reach, exhale, tap your right arm, inhale, reach back, and open it to the side. 3 more, take it down, inhale, reach, exhale, knee to nose, inhale, reach, exhale, tap your right arm, inhale, reach, and open it up. Good. Take it down, inhale, reach, take your knee to your nose, take it back and reach, take it to the outside of your arm, take it back and open it to the side. Last one, take it down, inhale, reach, exhale, knee to nose, inhale, reach, and exhale, tap your right arm, inhale, reach, and open it to the side. Set it down, inhale, reach, knee down. Switching sides, take your left leg back, lift it up. The first two just go to the outside of the arm. Tap it in, reach, open to the side, take it down, inhale, reach, exhale, tap the outside of your arm, take it back and reach, and open it. Adding on, inhale, reach, exhale, knee to nose, inhale, reach, exhale, knee to outer arm, inhale, reach, open it to the side. 2 more, take it down, inhale, reach, exhale, knee to nose, inhale, reach, exhale, knee to arm, inhale, reach, open it to the side. Last one, take it down, inhale, reach, exhale, knee to nose, inhale, reach, exhale, knee to arm, inhale, reach, and open it to the side. Set it down, square it out, bring your knee down, take your knees a little wider, and just slide your hips back and take a break. And then come on up, and you can set a blanket aside if you used it. If you know that when you lie on your back, your chin is higher than your forehead, it's nice to have something underneath your head. Those big muscular guys really benefit from having something underneath their head to make sure their head is not tilted back. And then slowly roll yourself back onto your back. The other thing you could use a blanket for would be your pelvis. We're going to do some pelvic tilts, and keep a blanket nearby. There's going to be something with our legs straight up coming up soon here. Take your thumbs to your lower ribs and your fingertips onto the front of your hip bone, and we're going to do pelvic tilts again. These are straightforward. You're going to tip it forward, and then you're going to draw it back, tipping it forward and drawing it back, tipping it forward, drawing it back. Two more, tipping it forward, drawing it back. Last one, tipping it forward and drawing it back. Stay in that imprinted position and bring your right knee over your right hip and then your left knee over your left hip. And this time place your hands on your lower abdomen. And you want to try to keep that fairly controlled and flat as we inhale and tip our hips forward, and exhale and draw our hips back to the imprint. Inhale, tipping hips forward, sacrum will tilt a little bit away from the mat, and then exhale, bring it back, sacrum into the mat. Inhale, tipping it forward, watch your belly, and bring it back. Even though you're inhaling forward, you want to control that belly and bring it back. 4 more, inhaling forward, exhaling back. 3 more, inhaling forward, exhaling back. Last one, inhaling forward, and exhaling back. And then set your feet down. We're going to do single leg circle next. Take your right leg straight up. And option A is to keep your left foot where it is. Option B, straighten it out. It's a little more challenging. So if you have trouble straightening that right leg, it is easier to bend your left knee and have your foot flat on the floor. Take your hands to your hips, reach into your right leg, and make sure your knee is pointing towards your right shoulder, not the center of your chest, and definitely not to your left shoulder. Take your right hand to that hip and push it down. Yeah, and then find that slight external rotation. So your right waist is equal in length to your left waist. And then reach into your toes, and we're going to do some single leg circles. 10, 9. You could have your knees slightly bent, just make sure you're not internally rotating that leg. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reversing that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold on to your leg and circle your ankle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reversing it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake the whole leg out, let it go, hug your knee in. Hug it a little bit across the midline. And then open it to the side. So your knee is going to point further right than your shoulder. I just hold on to my right foot with my left hand and very gently coax it out there. And you want to find sort of a soft, bouncy edge of this external rotation. And then let that go. Set that right foot down. Bring your left leg in, bring your left leg up. Remember, you can keep that right knee bent. It makes it a lot easier for the back of your left leg. When we're working back line, that can be pretty tight for a lot of people. Reach into your left leg. So I'm going to show the easier version here, and make sure your left hip is parallel to your right hip. You're not hiking that hip up, and your left knee is pointing at your left shoulder. Reach into your toes and then single leg circles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold on to your leg and then just circle your ankle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reversing that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake out that leg. Feet are pretty interesting architecturally. They have 26 bones and 33 muscle tendon connections. Pretty complicated piece of mechanics. And then hug that knee in. Hug it a little bit across the midline, and maybe you can slide your right leg out more if that feels better to you. And then open it to the side. Left knee is pointing left. I just hold on to my heel and find a very gentle, sort of bouncy, soft edge to that external rotation. And then let it go, and set it down. And make sure you wipe your legs from side to side. Now, bring your legs straight up. And this is where maybe having a towel or something underneath your sacrum is going to help. If you don't have anything, you can make this diamond shape with your hands and place them around your sacrum there, palms facing down, and it gives you that posterior pelvic tilt. And for a lot of people, that means they're able to straighten out their legs a little bit more. And then point your toes and visualize that you're moving through something a lot heavier than water. So you're going to give yourself resistance in all directions here. Open into a straddle, flex your feet, and crisscross your legs. Open it up and crisscross it. Open it up, crisscross. Open up and crisscross. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex and open, point and crisscross. Flex and open, point and crisscross. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then bend your knees and set your feet down. Just windshield wiper a little bit from side to side. And then roll to your side and work your way up to seated position. And maybe have your knees bent a lot here, or have your legs straight if that feels okay to you. We're just going to do a very gentle sort of ragdoll roll forward. And then a very gentle bringing it back up. And so for a lot of people this is easier with their legs bent. Very gentle, just lean forward.
Very gentle, restacking the spine. Reach forward. Restacking the spine.
2 more.
Ragdoll roll down. And ragdoll roll up.
And ragdoll roll down.
And ragdoll roll it up.
And now we're going to take our spine in the opposite direction. Work your way onto your belly. Taking hands underneath your forehead. Activate into your legs, so I'm really actively reaching my toes as far back as I can. And then on this one, very simply relax your shoulders. Think about lifting your right leg and then activate your right leg. Kneecap off the floor and then lift your right leg, but pay attention to your shoulders. They're not doing anything. Your low back is doing very little. It's mostly in the back of your leg, and then set it down. Relax your right leg. Think about lifting your left leg. Activate your left leg, and then lift your left leg. And lift your left leg with your hips down, your back fairly relaxed, and your shoulders definitely not helping out. Set it down. Again, right leg, think about lifting it, activate and then lift it, and lower it down. Your pelvis is staying down, so your hips are not going anywhere. This is just the leg moving inside the hip socket. Left leg engaged, and then lift. Bring it down. Right leg engage and lift. Bring it down. Left leg engage and lift. And bring it down. Alright, we're going to play a little bit with this. We're going to attempt to lift both legs. Take them a little further apart. And then just visualize a very gigantic marshmallow between your legs, and soft enough that you can squish it, but it's going to be hard to squish. Alright, here we go. We're going to slowly bring our legs towards each other in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly pull it apart. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back together slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it apart. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Back towards each other. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it apart. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Let it go. Wiggle your hips from side to side. Give yourself a break. Maybe bend your knees. Windshield wipe your legs from side to side. Let all of that work go. Alright, this next one is going to be the upper end of that back line. You're going to just take your legs out and let them go. They don't have anything to do right now. And we're going to take our left hand to our low back. Palm faces up. Right hand stays underneath our forehead. And we'll lift our left elbow up and back. You have the option of keeping your right hand down, but we're going to take an inhale and peel our chest up, and then bring it back down. You can take the arm with you or leave it down, whichever feels better to you. Inhale up, exhale down. 3 more, inhaling it up, and exhaling down. 2 more, inhaling it up, and exhaling it down. 1 more, inhaling it up, and exhaling it down.
We're gonna actually make it easier by adding something. So we're gonna do the same thing, but we're adding the left leg. So inhale, peel up, left leg lifts, and exhaling down. Inhale, peel up, exhaling down. 3 more, inhale, peel up, exhaling down. 2 more, inhale, peel up, exhaling down. 1 more, peel up, and exhaling down. The next step is adding a side movement. So we will peel up leg and chest, and now the leg goes left and the elbow goes right. Bring it back to center and bring it down. Inhaling up, elbow goes right, leg goes left. Bring it back to center and bring it down. 3 more. Up, to the side, center, and down. 2 more. Up, to the side, center, and down. Last one. Up, to the side, center, and down. And take your hands underneath your shoulders and slowly push yourself back into all fours and all the way back to child's pose. And give yourself a quick little break here. And then we will do all of this on the other side. So come back forward and down. Right hand onto your low back, palm faces up. Left hand on your forehead like a salute. And then lift your right elbow up and draw it back, broadening the front of our right shoulder, and it stays that way. Activate into your legs. Inhale, peel up your chest. You can keep that left arm down if that feels more successful, and bring it down. Inhale, peel up, and exhaling down. 3 more. Inhale, peel up, exhaling down. 2 more. Inhale, peeling up, exhaling down. Last one. Inhale, peeling up, exhaling down. Adding the right leg. Inhale, peel up, exhaling down. Inhale, peel up, exhaling down. 3 more. Inhale up, exhale down. 2 more. Inhale up, exhale down. Last one. Inhale up, exhale down. Adding a side bend. So you're going to peel up, elbow goes left, leg goes right. Bring it back to center and down. Up, elbow left, right, leg goes right, back to center and down. Up, to the side, center, and down. 2 more. Up, to the side, center, and down. Last one. Up, to the side, center, and down. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Slowly push yourself up and bring it back to child's pose. And from here, slowly bring yourself onto your back. Stretch yourself long. Reach into your legs. And maybe take your arms up and over. Grab your right wrist and take your arms left. So if this is too much for your arms, then just bring your left arm down and take your right arm up. But then take your legs left, take your right leg left, and kind of give yourself a little side stretch. Come back to center, and you're going to take your legs right and your arms right, and if it feels better, just take your right arm down by your side. Just kind of bend your left elbow. So there are ways to do this that are a little easier, and find that and use it.
And bring it back to center. Bring your knees in. Little circles with your sacrum. Reverse them. And unroll to your side. Bring yourself to a seated position. And I have a personal ritual to end classes. Take an inhale, reaching up, stretch yourself long. And then interlace your fingers, turn your palms up. Think of something that makes you feel happy right now. Turn your palms around, give yourself some happiness confetti for the rest of your week. Thank you so much for joining this beginner Pilates class for urban balance. My name is Monica Gold. Thank you for your time.